It's Tuesday, it's Gretchen, and you're watching Project Lifesize. So, I've been incredibly emo this week, which makes me laugh because last week, on my last week's video, someone commented that I should smile more and that they were glad to see a video where I wasn't crying. And for first part, I was like, well, maybe Megan Todd just told them to put that because she says that all the time. You know, I just feel a lot is shifting right now in my life and in my brain. And while I don't hate my job, there's so much more that I want. And it's almost like, you know, you can see it and you feel like you're right on the edge of it. A couple weeks ago, I photographed a fundraiser for it's a friend of mine who's battling ovarian cancer, and she doesn't have insurance, and she has to have this one procedure and has to have the money up front. And it's awful. They did a fundraiser, and I was like the event photographer, and it felt so right. And it's, you know, it's so funny, and I think back, and I know so many of you are in that place where you're 18, 19, 20, and have this idea of what you want to do with your life. And that, you know, may change, but I find myself wishing that I'd stuck with what I wanted to do with my life when I was 19. But I know everything happens for a reason. But I wanted to be a photographer, and I was really good at it. And I've been getting more and more into it, as I've shared with you guys a little bit. And being at that event and taking those pictures, and, you know, it just felt so right, because it feeds my spirit and it feeds my sense of creativity and adventure and connecting with people. And if you want to see the pictures, I'll actually put a link down below if you want to check out the little slideshow I put together for the host, because I've always wanted to do something creative and get paid for it, you know, like to do one of my passions and have somebody validate it by giving me a paycheck. That would be nice. And the other thing I've always been drawn to is writing, and I started doing NaNoWriMo, which, if you don't know what that is, it's National Novel Writing Month or something like that. And you just basically write for the month of November. And the fascinating thing about that is turning off the filter. You know, if you're writing something, you could stop and edit it and make it the way you want it. But the way to get through NaNoWriMo is to just write and not filter it, not edit it, just let it come out of you. And I've never even attempted something like this before. I'm not even really that into writing fiction, but it's been such an interesting process because it's shutting down those demons that are telling you that it's awful. I find myself, interestingly enough, writing about a woman who wants to leave her corporate job and cook for a living. And a couple points I just would start crying in the middle of typing. I was watching Julie and Julia last night, and it came to the end part where Julia finds out that they're going to publish her cookbook, and I started to cry like a baby. And I'm, you know, ugh. I feel so torn, and you know, like that anticipation when you know you're going to do something crazy, you know, like jump off a cliff into the ocean or go hang gliding or skydiving or something crazy, and it's that I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, but oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And I don't know when it's going to happen, but I feel like sooner or later I'm going to have to jump out of the plane. And, you know, in my gut, I feel like I say this in my head all the time, I feel like I'm right on the edge of whatever it is, this thing that I'm supposed to do, this person I'm supposed to be out loud. And by just putting myself out there even a little bit more every chance I get, you know, whether it's NaNoWriMo or taking pictures, it would get me one step closer to figuring it out, or at least figuring out it enough that I can take a step in the direction of where I want to be. So if you want to look at my pictures, I'll put the link down below, and I hope you have a great week.